a change is something we have to face day in, day out, whether you like it or not. Changes are always there and they are inevitable. What you didn't achieve at this stage, revenge in the next one. Pains molds you, it shapes you, it always prepares you. I just didn't want to be at home because I feared being beaten.
You were bullied in school during
No,
that time?
me I couldn't, because no matter my size, I was very tiny.
Oh, you were the bully.
But I was that person who is like, you can't bully
Bring
me.
it on. Dating life. How was your dating life before getting into marriage? Oh.
And I remember that beating so well. It changed me. And that's why even to today's talk, which we are having today, it's talking about change.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on which part of the world you're watching us from. Welcome again to another episode of the Rising Roots platform. This is a space that we intentionally created in order to have conversations that will go a long way into evoking growth, inspiring transformations, and equally building or rather laying foundations for children, youths, young adults, and even adults of age who will find our content meaningful. I'm your host, Damakline Gechiko, as usual, and I'm so excited because the guest we are having today is a special person. Special because we have interacted with her at some point in life. It's a story for another day, but she's here because she feels that she carries a story that can go a long way into helping people to go through life challenges. You know, it's about rising again. It's about growing as a person, rising beyond the noise, in short. So at this level, I wish, before I give her the platform, first to send shout outs to thank you, our special viewers, subscribers. Thank you so much, because in a span of 3 months, we are already at 1,000+ subscribers. The watch hours, we are so excited because this only shows that you're watching our content, you're also sharing to people, and that is our intention, to reach to as many as possible. So thank you so much. Keep watching, keep subscribing, keep sharing our content, and we are so grateful. Now, allow me, before I let my guest speak, allow me to run through her profile, which she shared with me, so that you get to know her more in detail. And thank you so much for sending me the profile. I'd actually forgotten to ask for it, but yeah, you did.
You're welcome.
Now, personal profile. She is a results-driven professional with high personal integrity and a proven ability to build trust among team members. Articulate, confident, and persuasive, a team builder skilled at motivating and communicating to achieve performance goals. Dependable and reliable in supporting collective efforts, consistently enabling long-term sustainable achievements through collaboration and resilience. She believes in leading with integrity and building trust wherever she goes. She's passionate about bringing people together, motivating teams, and communicating in ways that inspire results. Her focus is always on creating sustainable achievements, not just quick wins, because she knows lasting impact comes from collaboration, reliability, and resilience. Wow. This is just mind-blowing. Huh?
Thank you.
I know employers who will be watching this episode will be coming after you. especially the team building. And I know you're going to share with us more on how you are able to achieve this. So karibu sana. I call her Mama Faith. Karibu sana, Mama Faith.
Welcome.
Now, looking at that camera, kindly just greet our viewers. What is that one thing that is a fun fact about you you'd want us to know? And then maybe something I didn't mention here about who you are.
Thank you. Good evening, good afternoon, whichever time we are referring to, and this hour you are watching. My names are Hotensia Nyambura Jogona, a mother of 2, and married to 1 man. This woman was once a girl who grew from a very humble background. She used to be that person who had that passion in moving in God's ways. So all her orient or in her life was based on fearing God and trying to do the best to live a righteous life. And with her growing time, she was that person who was just used to work as a normal child, from fetching water, doing the house chores. And I remember one day when she joined nursery school, she was a bit mischievous.
Well, you even remember nursery?
Yeah. There was a time when I joined nursery, I had a bad company. And I was very tiny, but my friend whom I supposed was a neighbor and was a friend who we were to go to accompany me when going to school, happened to be somebody who is disobedient. So I remember there was a neighbor who had a car nearby at our neighborhood, and we used to know him, to call that name, the name of the registration, it was KCJ. So that owner used to come home oftenly for lunch. So around 1, he would always be coming to his home for lunch. So this girl, he made me to boycott school to go, and so that we can be getting those rides.
And that is
nursery. I remember we used to hide in down the stream. There was a river, not very seasonal, but it was just a perennial river. So we used to go and hide there and emerge when we hear the car approaching, because it was near the road. So we could just rush and go and go get the ride. So first day I went scot-free because my mom didn't know I had done something. The second day, and I narrated, Mom, today we were given lift by Baba
Innocently.
Yes, innocently. The second day. Then the third day she was like, how does this this girl knows the timings of that vehicle always? Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So she made a step to follow up. So she followed us up to going to school. She saw us, we were just praying with the waters, throwing stones. So she waited.
Not in school?
Yeah. So because it was nursery, we were not taking so much time. So we could go home by 1. So that day, when I went home, I had to receive a beating, and she even made an effort of inviting the brother, that was my uncle, to come and punish me. And I remember that beating so well, it changed me. And that's why even to today's talk, which we are having today, it's talking about changing, don't be fearing a change, because that beating made me to change my perspective and my look on how I am supposed to be schooling. So after the beating, I changed for good. I remember when I was taken even to school, the teacher made me a bell ringer so that I can be committed. And the teacher at least brought me that closer, because she could just make sure I'm in her company even during break time. So it helped me, and I changed from that time. So that's like a small girl. Then after that, she now grew up and went through so many life challenges because the parents were not so much well up, but I thank God they brought me up in a respective and mature way, and they instilled discipline, which has led me to be who I am today. And I can even proud my sister who chipped in during my high school education because there are times parents disagree here and there, and my dad was away from my life for when I joined high school. So it's my sister who took care of me, who took me she took care of my high school education fees.
Wow.
So, and I remember I cried when I was after the results of KCPE.
You cried?
I cried because I was called to a national school, but we were not in a position to afford it.
Wow.
I was to go to Mangu, but I lost that chance because of the hardships we were facing then. So I remember my high school fees. From the whole year, because I was called in the government stream, we paid 1,650 for the whole year.
You seem to have a great memory. The things you remember keep on surprising me. From nursery kid, you still remember to date, and even now the figures.
Yes.
1,600.
So my sister and my mom just convinced me, because we can't afford the boarding life and boarding fees, just accept. And I was very okay with it. So I learned in a day school, Kiara High School. And after I joined the high school, there is time when we have peer influence. I would like to discourage the youth from following your peers in the wrong directions, all the wrong moves they usually take, because my grades were not so pleasing after the high school, because I just got that bad company of like, we can Skype classes, we can be doing the
peer pressure
activities. So I was reluctant a bit in my studies, and you see, I was to go to a national school. So in my primary school, I had really performed so well, but I disappointed my parents because I didn't perform as I expected. But that didn't deter me from making a revenge of what I didn't achieve in my high school. So I went to college. Still in sponsorship of my sister, and I did so well in the college. And currently, as you are looking at me, I'm a professional administrator.
Wow.
I can run your company with all the professionalism. So I'm that person who can bring so many together, because I'm a good listener, and I am a good counselor. I can say I can counsel, because youth are my audience today.
Wow.
Not only youth, but I can intermingle even with the young ones. I remember I used to be a Sunday school teacher. During the time I was as early as I was in class 4. I started being a Sunday school teacher.
You're in class 4?
Class 4. Then in class 6, I joined choir. I'm a Catholic by religion. I am a Catholic, and I had been in choir since that time I was in class 6 to date.
Wow.
I am a singer. I can solo songs.
Ooh, you're going to sing for us.
I can compose songs. I can give motivational speeches. So I'm that person who God has brought me this far. So I'm happy of whom I am, and accepting the changes which I have already mentioned a few. There were so many, we can spend the whole day, but let us rest at that so that we can go to our story.
Way.
Thank you.
You know what surprises me most is how you still recall. Like, I can't even remember the name of the nursery school I went to. But that story, you know, that you were around how old?
I'm approaching now Jubilee. Next year I'll be turning 50.
Next year, congratulations.
Yeah.
That's a big blessing.
It is.
But then during hiyo ulikuwa kadogo sana and
Yes.
in nursery and then okay you termed it when I listen to your story I get to hear more of peer pressure mnaingia mnafanya what is not there. My question is at that little age bado discipline haikuwa imeanza, ile mamia kumkali, you know, ile unafia if I do this already in your mind it is registered I should not mess. So bado your discipline haikuwa imewekwa kwako yenye
It was. It is only that you just rebel. Not by default, you are just rebelling. But the mother and my dad, especially my mom, discipline-wise, she was the best. I remember she used to just come with a panga.
No.
She tell you, I'm just going to finish you.
With a panga.
But the panga, she's just to slap you on the side. Not like cutting. But because you are fearing, you'll be very fearing and you'll just be obedient. I remember, let's go back a little bit, when I was that time of joining, being a committed follower of Christ. I remember we were born two of us with my sister. So our husbands became our brothers.
Wow.
So we are just 4 of us now. So
okay.
I remember we used to get routine. There was a time we had our home was invaded by thieves, and we were to be assigned that you'll have to be the one to sit in the over the weekend home. When when mom goes to do her work at, she was selling the carrots at the market. But on Sundays, she was also committed Christian, so she was to go to church. So I remember my sister was very less of being committed to be in church. So I used to just tell her, because she was a bit lazy in doing home chores. So I would tell her, let me do your chores even for Sunday so that I can go to church, because you don't want to go. So I became so much committed in church that if I missed one...
Oh, I get it. You were to do chores
Chores
during
for
the
her
weekdays,
yes.
so that she lets
Sunday,
you go on Sunday,
yes.
so that she does them on Sunday.
Yes, yes.
Wow, what a sacrifice.
So what I can just say that children or young adults, they normally rebel, not because they had not been shown the way, but the way I'm saying it, it's maybe a friend whom you term to be a friend, but it's not a friend, because the one who was telling me the boycott class is not a true friend. And after the beating, I had to just shut her out from my life, and I moved on. So this Hotensia today is an encourager and a person who can tell you there is tomorrow, and you are not supposed to live yesterday, because most of the time I say devil will always remind you of the bad things of yesterday.
Exactly.
But the good ones, he'll never remind you. So you'll always be remembering the pains. So I'm just telling you, there is opportunity and chance to have a change or to change the life you are living today, because with the life we are living, all of us, we always have to look at this. A change is something we have to face day in, day out, whether you like it or not. Changes are always there, and they are inevitable. So with the changes we are talking about, it's something you'll have to accommodate and move from one point A to point B, so that you can reach to somewhere or somewhere you dream to be in. So I think with the topic of today, we will be able to encourage and even inspire and tell people it's not late even to change from where you had been or from your falls. We are always told that you can fall as many times possible, but don't remain in that state where you have you have fell. You have to stand up and shake the dust off and move on, because we are prone to getting to those obstacles in life once in a lifetime, and you have to overcome them by believing in yourself and believing that a change, when it comes, it is going to revolve. It is going to change your current situation where you are, maybe you are seeing you are a failure, and there is always tomorrow where you'll have risen up and you'll just say, if it is not for these falls I made yesterday, I couldn't be where I am today.
Exactly.
So it's a very good topic. I think we shall explore on.
You know, as you keep on speaking, it's like you're actually speaking to me as well, because I feel this is what we need in the society today. And I'm looking back at that moment when you passed, you scored highly, but then there were these your family came and told you, we can't manage, we cannot afford that school, which probably was your dream school to be. Like, what did it take for you to be convinced that, okay, I'll give up on that and then I join here? Did it affect you?
In one way or the other, I can say it did affect me, because you see, my fellow peoples who had secured also good schools, I could hear they have joined, and I was like, oh, I am the only one who is not able. But on the other hand, my bring up was the I am a listener, a good listener, and I try to understand and put myself in my parents' shoes. So by that time when they say they can't make it, I honestly
accepted.
I just accepted honestly and with a clean heart, knowing that I also believe in tomorrow's opportunity can come. And like I have my children are now the Gen Zs.
Yes.
So I have that vocabulary all the time. I always tell them, what you didn't achieve at this stage, revenge in the next one. And that is what I was planning to do even in my situation then. So after I completed even that school, like I said, I just went to college, and I was very sincere and serious.
And you performed.
And I did.
Would we say the disappointment somehow, because yes, as much as you were able to manage it, you're disappointed in a way, like you missed out on your opportunity, yet you passed very well. Did it contribute to your performance in high school to bring that drop a little bit?
I don't think so. Because even back then in primary, from class 1 to class 4, I used to come number one. I remember my class teacher called me when I came position 2, because I really cried. I really cried because I never expected anyone to defeat me. And now it has come. And since that class 4, I used to sail in number 2, position 2.
Position 2.
The one who took over took all completely. And that was a very, very challenging situation to me, which I didn't overcome then. It was like I sat back and I said, yes, she has just taken over and I can't reach her. I just got that belief that she was born, those clever people who were
naturally
brilliant, and they are never, not even in books, they are just, it's natural. Even if I used to study in the books, I was also a bookworm. So I believe maybe this person is talented and gifted. So even if she could spend even in the school activities, like in drama groups, she was there, she was performing so well. So I also decided, and I said, I can't compete with this
You
person.
gave up or you accepted?
Yeah. And after that, now I can tell youth and my audience, it's not good to give up and say that this is not for me. Be a go-getter always. Know that you can make it and believe in yourself. And today, I'm whom I am today because I recalled myself back and I regained my confidence and courage that I needed to live a life I am living in today.
Wow, and you're happy.
I am happy.
With your kids, you're doing well, huh?
Very happily married.
Happily married. Hallelujah. Amen.
Yes.
Yes. Now, you mentioned two scenarios, the one in nursery and then there is the one in high school. In between, were there times you felt like, again, you became mischievous? Because, again, still due to pressure, and now you sailed through without much challenges, difficulties?
Challenges are always there because you see, like in high school, you can just say, when you get to form 2, that level, you are always like, I'm not to be told.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I know, and it is me. I remember even when there was those bullying times.
Or you were bullied in school during your
No,
time?
me, I couldn't, because no matter my size, I was very tiny.
Oh, you were the bully.
But I was that person who is like, you can't bully
Bring
me.
it on.
So I could fight for myself. So I remember even there was a time another girl was bullied when she was in Form 1. And I just went to her because I found her crying. I told her, what is wrong? That guy told me, sorry to mention this is bad language, but the person just went to her and told her, hey, you, are those boobs yours, or somebody have given you to hold for you?
So how can you tell a girl like that?
So she was like shrink and
the self-esteem went down.
Her, whatever. I told her, who is that? Let me show me who is that person. I confronted that guy, and I told him, this is like your sister, and if you bully her, you come right to me because I'll face you directly.
Wow,
so
what did he say?
I made him to apologize to that lady. And it was good because that girl gained confidence through me, through my intervention. So I am that person who can just tell you, I passed through such.
Yes.
And this is how I handled it, and you can handle it better. Yeah.
Now, looking at that camera, there is someone who's probably watching and is going through a lot, and he or she doesn't know where to begin from. When we pray to God, we need, when we want change, when we need growth in our lives, we always go and pray about it. But you see, for change to happen in your life, there has to be shaking a little bit. There are things that come and are very uncomfortable, by the way. Things come, shake you left and right for you to align with your purpose, probably what you're meant to or what you're asking for. Now, looking at the camera there and speaking to that one person who is confused, they don't know who to reach out to. They have gone through some shaking in life. How do you tell them? What are some of the steps they need to take to overcome such, be it in body shaming, be it the dreams they were chasing, they didn't achieve, be it frustration at the workplace or around?
Yeah, I can just come here to confidently tell you there is a belief of changing from current to the future. So your future is not determined by your failures of today or yesterday, but your future, it's guaranteed it can change, not by just forgetting the pains you went through, but just accepting that then I had fallen and I had gone through this obstacle, and today I can change it. It's me who has the power in myself to change my current pain into a victory, because pains always, we are always advised that pains molds you, it shapes you, it always prepares you from whom you were then to whom you are today, and whom you would like to be tomorrow. So don't write there saying that I lost it and it's over, because sometimes we get wrong guides or wrong leads, because somebody can lead you mistakenly by thinking you are that weak person. Do not show that weakness, that it is something which has defined you, or it has made you to be the person you want to be. It is always, you have to call or correct yourself and say, I'm saying no to this fall, and I'm saying I'm rising from what I failed from, and there is also an opportunity tomorrow that I'll be somebody I dreamt to be and whom I want to be, because yesterday who shouldn't define you. Yes.
Wow. And normally we are told, when you have challenges, when you have problems, share with someone. But then again, your story here, somehow you mentioned that the friend you thought was a friend wasn't a friend, actually misled you. What is your perspective over that? Is it okay to share? How do I tell that Mama Faith, I can trust her with my story, and the advice she's going to give me is correct, and not to go to someone else over there?
This one is calling for confidence. You gain confidence with the time with your audience. Like if you come to me and you have a problem, I'm not to laugh you or over it, but I have to give you an ear. I listen to you, and I don't have to give you that it is a very positive response you'll get. Even
I want to hear.
You want to hear.
Yeah.
I'll just give you the facts. I'll tell you, this is what you have shared with me, and per my thinking and my thoughts, I can just tell you this is wrong or this is right, the way you are doing it. You can follow that trend you are following, or I can tell you you're on the wrong side, because I don't paint the truth or the reality. I'll always tell you the fact. Whether you like it or you won't like it, I just tell you the fact. You can come and tell me your mama did this to you and this and this and this, but I would try to find you, why did that mom tell you that, or why did you do? Because you can't just come dash from nowhere and come to. I remember, let me just give a scenario.
Sure.
I remember when I was doing my Form 4.
Yeah.
My aunt happened to mention something to my mom behind me without me knowing. There was a neighbor who were very well up there, and they had big house and what have you. So my aunt mentioned that I have a friendship with the guy from that one of the sons there. And because it wasn't something true,
it was a lie.
I reacted. Because I just came from mocks, we were doing mocks then. So I went home, and my mom was like, confronted me. You are not even ready to study. You want to go to, because they are wealthy, they have big houses. You have to go and reside there. You can't stay in my house because you are. So I was like, why is mom talking about something I don't know? But my mom was that person who could give me the opportunity to explain
yourself. Wow.
So after she confronted me, she just told me, let me go. I just dashed to we used to have bathroom outside the house then. So I went to the bathroom and I locked myself, because she said, I'm going to give you a thorough beating. Wow. So I locked myself out there, and by the time she noted I am not opening the bathroom, she went to the house to collect my clothes so that she can send me away. So I remember when she went in the house, I just opened the car door and I saw mom is not there. You know, I dashed from the bathroom. Even by the time I was in school uniform, I had not removed my uniform. I was just from school. You know, I just dashed out, started running on the road.
To where?
I just didn't want to be at home because I feared being beaten, and it was something I hadn't done. So I rushed. I went to a shop which was opened, and I requested that the shopkeeper to give me 5 bob because I wanted to rush to my sister's, whose place, because I was just a child, I could pay 5 shillings. She gave me, and I rushed there. I remember when I figured my...
You just went, asked for 5 shillings, and she gave
me.
What
she
was
knew
the
me.
reason?
She didn't ask me.
Okay.
Because I just told her, Mama Wania, please give me 5 shillings.
Oh, okay.
I'll bring. Then I dashed. When I went, I remember I was running. I found there were no vehicles to take me to my sister.
Oh, you ended up running all the way.
I ran. Then I figured a point. There was a car which slowed down. I noted it was a GK, the police vehicle. But the time they slowed down, I accelerated my speed. They didn't even reach me because
Why? They wanted to get...
I don't know what they wanted. So I ran away because I didn't know whether they were bad people. I didn't know if they were police, but the car was that dark thing. So I ran away. And when I arrived at my sister's place, I didn't want her to talk. I just told her, I want to sleep. Have you eaten? No. And I don't want. So the morning she asked me what is the problem. I told her I won't ever go back home. I was that person who can always be defensive. If wronged, I can stand and say this is not the way it is supposed to be.
And there were no phones during that time?
That time there were no phones.
Meaning she was equally unaware.
Yes. She wasn't.
Not knowing what was going on.
And I told her, if you don't want me to stay with you, I'll just go. I will. I remember my mock that week. I stayed with my sister because we used to break. We never used to have continuous. It was on a Monday. I had the next paper on Wednesday. So after that, I can tell you, my mom never even revisited that topic ever, even to date. And I never wanted it to be discussed because I never thought it is right because it was something I had not done.
Wow.
So there are those moments
you had no opportunity to explain yourself
to her. Yes, because she was already decided that is what I am doing. And because I am that person who can't, I always tell even my audience, I can tell them, I don't think it's a wrong thought or the wrong advice. I can't justify to everyone what I've gone through. If you want to believe that's what I was, it's up to you. So I don't justify my cases.
You don't explain.
No. Even today, if one comes and tells me I had somebody, why didn't he finish that story for you? Me have not that time of justifying. I just say, if you believe what you believe, and I move on. So long as I'm just living my life and I'm uncomfortable and at peace with it. Yes.
It helps you avoid too much drama.
Yeah.
I like that. Wow. Okay. And you mentioned somewhere your mom used to give you that opportunity to explain. So she never bothered to come and ask you even where you went. Ama, now that one was left to your aunt to explain.
That one, she talked with my sister. And my sister, because I stood to my point that I don't want it to be discussed. So my mom was even trying to tell my sister, tell her it won't happen and it is done and it is over. But I didn't want to revisit it because even my aunt, I couldn't even want to know what she said or why she said it and from where it came from. Because I'm that person, even if, if I can say that in my marriage, my marriage was different from the beginning. I went to a very hostile environment right from the word go of my marriage. So what I carried with me of that saying, I am not answerable to you, that went with me even there.
Into marriage.
So even there, whenever... You
must have been very stubborn.
Yeah. When I went there, I remember my radio was my comforter. I had those times, we used to have cassettes. I used to have the songs which could communicate to them. I was putting full blast so that they can get the message. Because I could use, I have lived in Mombasa for quite long, so I used to love Tarab music. So sometimes if they obstruct me, I would just switch that music, tune it on full blast. So yenye inawaambia sasa bona mwakeleka kuhusu maisha yangu. So that is communicating to them, but I won't come to tell them verbally with my word. They get it from there. I also used to do the gospel ones. Like the ones were for Joan Wairimu. I used to like her songs. Ginyanginyo kagya oroka ora. So there are those communication which if I can't tell you, I can just, because like I said, I'm just a singer and I'm gifted. Even today I can compose a song. And if I only followed up my course, because I at the time I was reading the music notes. My teacher told me you can do grade 5 then. That was way back in 1990s, 94. But because of some challenges here and there, I've not yet achieved that, but I'm planning to, because it's a talent I have, and I thank God because that is in me. So I believe time is not yet badly gone. No. And I will compose my, I'm a psalmist. In church, I normally sing the psalms.
The psalms.
So I am believing that I'll compose my own tune and do those sequence of those songs, which I'm also spreading the gospel, which is currently what I am thinking. It can give me something, and it can also communicate and bring an uplift a spirit somewhere. And get you on the track. Yeah.
Wow. Hey, thank you. And you have actually gone into marriage, because that was my next stop point. Huh? Marriage. How was marriage? Did you just dating life? How was your dating life before getting into marriage? If you're okay sharing.
Yeah. I don't care. What I can say. Life of getting a spouse or a boyfriend or girlfriend, it's not a one-day thing. And even to date, people can confirm your first love. It's normally it's not the person you end up being with. So I remember my dating time was when I finished Form 4, when I was in college. Although the person I was to date completed Form 4 in 1990, and I joined 1991 in high school. So I just told him, you have to wait for me. You have become a citizen now because you are out of school. Okay. You have to give me space so that I can also complete mine. And I did. So I can say we started now meeting frequently after there. But he cheated on me. And I'm that person the way I have told you.
How did you know?
I don't ask you. Somebody came and told me.
Told you.
So and so they are somewhere with so and so. So
did you confirm?
I did.
Okay.
I went and I entered the hotel and I said hi. Hi. Then I stepped
Okay, they were in a hotel seated eating.
Yes.
But friends can sit and eat.
But the person who was told me they had been seen. So it is something that is something maybe it was there something. So I just said hi and I stepped out. The boyfriend came back after me to just come to explain something.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm done. Continue with that one. Then and I just told him, because there was a time I could visit his place. I love chains. You see, I have one.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
So there was a time I could keep, even in school, the teacher used to snatch me the chains because I used to wear chains every time. Teacher get it from me at 8 lesson class in the morning. By break time, I'll make sure I'll pass near the staff room.
Wearing another one?
To see I have another one after he took it from me. So the chains were some of things, accessories which I could find from that place, from this place.
Wait. So after you show, they
After-
take that one too?
Yes. No. She doesn't have a lesson with us then. So you took when you came to my class.
Oh,
to
they
our
cannot
class.
take when you're outside?
No. So even I remember the one that teacher who used to get the chains from me one day came and told me, this is a curse from your grandmother. Come for them. Because and I used to
She
make
got tired.
I wear a low neck so that he can see I have it. I was that.
That's being stubborn.
I was. And it has also made me to be strong in my marriage. That's where we are. My marriage became, I met now my future, my current, my present and my future ever.
After
husband.
that one?
After that one, I just told him, somebody tried to bring him back to my life. I just told the guy, because he set up a meeting like the way we are here. Then we met and the guy showed up. Then you just stepped out so that you leave us together with this person. Then he told me, no, I did wrong. I want us to come back together and we move on. I just told him, it's good thought, but what I can advise you, it's only an advice I can give you. Because you saw that person and you decided to move with her, me, I just let you be. So what I can do, it's just you let that person, or you inform your parents that you are serious with this person, and you arrange to go to correct the clothes. I'll take you there. But for me, I'm done. So there is no chance. Move on with the person you have today. And that's how it went. No. You are desperate because I've now I'm engaged now to my husband.
Okay.
By then he had become a fiancé.
You were already done with college by then, Ama? You're still in college?
Yes, I was done with college.
So you're adults.
Yeah. We were adults because my husband, we started engagement on 1999, and I got married in 2000.
Wow, that was one.
So I'm a silver celebration year. This is my silver celebration this year.
Congratulations.
So
utwitie cake.
Yes. And I'm a testimony of this sarcasm of Penina and Anna. Anna, that sarcasm she went through from Penina because of having no children. I passed through that for 5 years.
How many years? Oh, 5 years.
5 years. 5 years. So me, I'm that as living testimony that God comes and there is a change and a chance. What you have today, it doesn't determine your tomorrow.
Exactly.
So I am encouraging even those people who have been passing through so much challenges in their marriages.
Yeah.
Because marriage, it's a covenant with God. And sometimes, it is not even sometimes, it is always fought. If it is not church, it's your family. If not your family, your friend. Marriage is a covenant, or it's a sacrament. That's how we call it in our church, in our faith. It's a sacrament, holy sacrament. And even the devil knows how sacred it is and how God values it. So you'll find all those fights in one way or the other. Even all those who have flourishing marriages, I believe they had those stages they passed, which really challenges, and if you are to give up, you can give up. So I'm that person who can tell those who are getting married or who have an engagement or who are planning to start families. We talk in our mother tongue that you put cotton buds or cotton wool.
You block the ears.
Because you'll have to face so much.
We are running out of time. I would like you hint a little on now the teams that you lead at your workplace. You mentioned that you're a team player. You're one person who can lead a team to get results. What are some of the challenges, maybe two, that you go through when you're leading a group of people with different backgrounds, different mentality and interests?
Yeah, there are challenges always because you are leading grown-ups. They are mature and everyone has an opinion.
Yes.
and it counts. You have to be a good listener.
Yeah.
So I always have to be a good listener, whether you are talking something which is not making sense, whether you are talking something which is above even me.
Yeah, you have to listen.
You have to listen. Then you'll come to consensus and just say, after this, we can solve this issue or come up with a strategy. We strategize how to start approaching that particular thing you are organizing. And if you strategize, considering and taking every person's thought, no matter how small it was, you pick the pinching.
Yes.
With your sizes of what you have gotten, you have to pinch and get there. At least you bring all of those heads together, and so that you can even start connecting them. And connecting the whole project which you are focusing to. Because at the end of it, you are aiming. Yeah, there is a goal you are setting for this particular thing you are coming up to team up to do with. And now you encourage them that you can't be alone. It's always
a
team thing. That it's like the way we talk about of our lips. We have the eyes, we have the ears. And I can't say I don't need ear, and an ear can't say I don't need, because if you don't have an ear, what will you will listen with what?
Exactly.
If the ear says it doesn't need, what will you see with? So each and every person, when I become to considering the teamwork and team building thing, it is a point of saying your point is valid, it's valued, and it is considered. So it's just a matter of saying and targeting your team that everyone is considered in whatever we are planning. And even if we don't incorporate the whole of what you yourself your view was,
said.
we will just partially. There is something we can buy from your end and from the other person's end, and we bring them together like the way we have sweets here. They almost to become full when, but it can't be. We can't call them sweets when they are just two of them, and the people targeted to have the sweets are 10 people, and you have only 3 here. So you always tell them, like the way we do the fireplace, you need the 3 stones to support the pot. So each and every of my perspective of advising or guiding people to do teamwork, that's how I base my facts.
And I like it so much. You have no idea what you have just shared, because you have said you pick from different people's ideas. You know, that makes them feel part of the project. There is that ownership,
unit.
Because I will feel like, oh, she bought into my idea. So you see that there is that ownership that comes with it, which even encourages me more to think and bring more ideas next time than when I share ideas and nothing is implemented. So you feel like, hata kuna haja niongee, kuna haja ni contribute. I really love that idea. And from your work, you've mentioned about faith, you've mentioned about God, you're a church leader, you're writing songs. How can faith and emotional awareness work together, especially during seasons of uncertainty?
Okay, faith altogether, it's not it's how you believe something, but with the
emotional awareness, yes.
Emotional doesn't substitute. It doesn't cancel the faith you have, or it doesn't cancel the fact.
They work together.
That they work together. So you, with your faith and the emotions you're feeling, you have to separate and detach, especially the emotions first, so that you can achieve a certain goal you are targeting. So first you have to remove that bold belief that your emotions are carrying you. Emotions are something which can freeze you or make you not achieve the next goal. But with faith, it's something you are looking at and saying, I will achieve that because I'll leave this and I'll pick this to move on. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, okay. I like that. And just to close it down now, what are some of the... We need to create another session. You know, I just feel like tumeongea kidogo tu, and there is a lot we really need to unpack. But even in that conversation, you know, some of the things I've picked from you. First, you're not someone who lets external forces to bring you down. Yeah, you mentioned, you said like, you're not a person to explain. Like, how... Sorry, I don't owe you an explanation about my life and things that are around me. So that protects your peace a lot. You also mentioned where you had in-laws who were aggressive and with ill motives, especially to your marriage, which is very unfortunate. But you didn't go fighting back. You still had your peace sheltered in one place, and you carried on with the most important person in your life, which was your husband. And here you are today. And then the aspect of team building, of not making people, because you mentioned you're a counselor, you make people feel valued. You make people feel worthwhile by buying their ideas. So for me, those are my takeaways, and I hope our audience will also have that in mind. Please allow me to welcome you again and again and again, because now you've already become part of this community. You are now a family here.
Sure.
And we'll be looking forward to interacting more. So in your close-up, what are some of those things now you just want to tell people? I know people are hurting. You're a counselor. From that counselor perspective now, just 2-3 sentences. Speak to those people looking at you, and they're admiring you. You're glowing. You're getting into 50, you know. They're looking and they're listening.
Okay, thank you. I'm just here to just give an encouraging word that never give up. Only fools give up. So you have to be yourself, stay strong, no matter what you are going through. It's they are temporary. They are not something which can define you. They are not something which can classify you to a certain class of people. But I can just advise you that don't hold your talent or your gifts or your potentials. Exploit them to the fullest, and let not anyone or anything. People can advise you, but it's you to make a decision.
Yeah, sure.
So in life, decisions are only made by you, and nobody will come to make a decision on your behalf. So it's always good you believe in yourself first, trust God, and always be ready for a change, because change is as good as rest.
Exactly.
And if you don't accept a change, you'll get stuck. It's like the way you are just about to finish a race. And if like now Damakrin, if you're in a race and we can see the string of finishing line there, but godly way, it is you who was destined to finish first. But I start obstructing you so that it doesn't finish. But because you are destined to finish before me, what I'll only do, I'll make you we will stuck together. We'll mark time there.
Obstruct.
We'll mark time, till the time I'll just accept. Let me see, because you'll get tired. You'll get worn out
eventually.
in your strength. They will all go down. So unless I just say, and it is God who will going to slow me, so that I can let you. So by the time I just turn back to look, maybe there is something which has just obstructed me, then you go and do the finishing line. Then you finish, then I'll be the one to follow the next. And I just started asking myself, why it not that I held her in this particular stage? Maybe we couldn't have finished. We could have finished earlier and gained more strength instead of finishing your strength all over. It's like the way. Let me finish with this one. There was a person who fell on a pit, and by the time he didn't go down kabisa to land. He held on a root, let's say a grass. he held on to that
Yes,
stick.
yes.
Then he was crying to God, God, please help me. I don't want to die, because now was a pit which was so very deep. God help me not to die here. Then the voice was telling him, let go that root you are holding on. I'll help you.
Wow.
But the person was just clinging onto that root, not even looking where he's heading, but looking just up. Then he got exhausted, that by the time he was to let go the root, it was not by willing, it was just because he's exhausted of all his strength. So by the time the hands loosened, it was just like here to step here. So he just, by the time he let go, now he just stood. No moving, nowhere, because he was already at the end of the hole, and he was arriving already there. But he exhausted himself with so much
that
of might. He could have let go. So in this life, we should let go that what is holding you from going or achieving your goals and your targets.
Wow.
Yeah.
So beautiful. I feel like giving you a hug. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so happy having you here. And I like how you're composed. You're telling your story pole pole, hauna haraka, you know, which is really good. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And I hope that we are going to reach out to so many people to get to learn from your story, so that they're able to move forward, whichever way whatever they're going through, and how to overcome it. So I'm so happy. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And as we close down, thank you so much to our viewers who keep on watching, keep on encouraging us, keep on supporting us. We are so grateful here. I call her Mama Faith. Her name is so difficult. Please share your names.
I'm Hotensia Nyambura Jogona.
She's a counselor by profession. Huh? Yeah, she could counsel you. So thank you so much. Asante sana.
Thank you.
Do have a lovely evening.
You too have a lovely one.
Thank
you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Always, anytime, we will welcome you.
Thank you.
Yes.